Peace. I hope all is well out there today. This is me checking in with you, and I want to send some encouragement to everyone or anyone that's listening to this, just to love yourself. Please love yourself, and with loving yourself, sometimes we have to go in those closets and or just kind of reflect and just forgive ourselves. We have to just stop and just forgive ourselves. And I just want to encourage us to forgive ourselves and to love ourselves, especially when we relate to other people, especially as in dealing in romantic relationships. We go through these experiences of learning. Again, I've said this before in one of my audios, that I feel dealing with relationships show us parts of ourselves that we cannot really see. It's like a mirror, just holding up a mirror and see ourselves, and just to learn more about ourselves. And I just want to encourage us to love ourselves and forgive ourselves for sometimes we be, in basically sometimes we have on these rose-colored glasses, and we don't really be seeing straight. And sometimes we see people, we don't, see people for who they really are. And this is just a reminder. This is just a reminder, of being aware to remember again. You have to constantly be reminded. You have to remember to love yourself. In these relationships, so-called toxic relationships, those narcissist dynamic relationships, those dysfunctional twin flame, soulmate, all that type of junk. Those hard relationships, struggle love, unrequited love type relationships. You really have to, it's all about you. You really have to love yourself. And when you really, truly don't really know how or really love yourself, you're going to be challenged to do that, through relationships. It's going to teach you. I realize that. Me personally, just from my point of view, I feel like just a lesson, What don't kill you make you stronger. And when somebody show you who they are, believe them, man. That's people just think that's, it sounds good, but it's so true, And being a woman, and we sometimes, fantasize, and we invest so much, into people that really don't fit our lives. We just end up getting burnt, and it hurts so bad. And I just want to encourage women out there to love themselves, and it's a process. You have to be conscious of this to do it. A lot of us ain't even conscious and wonder why we keep experiencing things we experience, and it's just all about shifting the mind. But it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. It seems so easy, but it's not. You'll think it's easy. And some people can master it. That's why, some people, have a better reality than others because of the mindset. It really all in your mind, and it's all about what you subconsciously believe, see yourself as. And just in my experience, I realized that, and I want to let you know it's okay that you don't get it right and you bump your head a few times. Even if it take this whole life to figure out, one day you're going to figure it out. You're going to get to where you need to go. But just love yourself. I just want to encourage us to love ourselves, because, a lot of us just been through a lot, or have been through traumatic events in our childhood that we really haven't addressed. And some of us are not even really conscious of, aware to even know, And it's It's sad, you know. And so I just want to encourage us ladies especially to really love ourselves and just forgive ourselves for mistakes that we made, you know, especially believing in, you know, someone is that person, and you invested all that time and energy, your body. You invested so much, and we hate to let this shit go. But you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. You know, especially when the person just tell you straight up. You know, so just let the shit go. This shit ain't for you. You know, which for you is finna be for you. And you're gonna be so thankful that that shit didn't even work out. You're gonna be like, thank God that shit didn't work out. You're gonna be so happy moving forward because you done learned the lesson. You done learned the lesson of self-worth and value. You self-worth and you have self-value. And having healthy boundaries. You know next time you go through that shit, it was a hard lesson. You heal from that shit. You know, just like scraping yourself. You're falling down. You got to scrape. Your body just got to heal. And once you heal, you know not to do that again. You know, you see that scrape on you, just a reminder like, damn, you know not to, you know, do it the way you did it that time. You know, maybe you had a feeling not to go that way and you went that way and you didn't listen and it was a big hole and you know, riding your bike and you hit a mud puddle, a mud hole, and you fall and your spirit told you not to go that way anyway, but you did. And so, you know, you lesson learned, you know not to, you know to listen to more to your intuition. You know, to understand your intuition. Like, you know what? Next time I hear that voice, I'm gonna listen to it. That something told you, that's God. We always something told me to do that. Something told me that something told you. That ain't nothing but God. That ain't nothing but God speaking. But we just don't be listening to it. Some of us just don't listen. And hard-headed. I used to be that way. I'm not gonna claim it no more, but I used to be that way. Just did not listen. So hard-headed. Didn't listen to your feminine. Because that's what talking your emotions. I mean, not your emotions, but your intuition. Your intuition is more of like a feminine energy. Because it's like intuitive. And a lot of us neglect that, especially as women in this modern day age. And if you're not really was cultivated to embrace your femininity, you neglect it. You don't hear it. You know, you can't say no to people. You let people use your body. Just be feeling low, you know, because you neglected her. You take care of her, you won't feel that way. Because you trust her, you won't make decisions. We won't be, man, I'm going to say you. I apologize for saying you. But we won't be making the decisions that we be making. If we had a strong, healthy emotions and your intuition. I'm really talking more about your intuition. If we have a strong intuition, it's healthy, balanced, and along with, we got to have all your body need to be working and syncing together to be, whole and complete. And I feel sometimes you have logic, but your emotion may be unbalanced, or your emotion may be, here, but your logic ain't balanced, Your heart here, all things that just ain't lined up, And that will cause conflicts too and chaos. Chaos is good when it's organized, but when it ain't organized, boogly moogly. It's things everywhere, right? It's just everywhere, just out of control. And sometimes, that has its place too. Everything has its place, Even the negative, even the out of control. But at the same time, if you call yourself a God and you're conscious of who you are, and you're practicing self-governing yourself like 100, just being more aware of your thoughts, action, every aspect of your life, your body and your reality and stuff will be a higher vibration. It'll be what you want. But when things are not in line, it does cause unbalance. You're just not balanced. And so, listening to your intuition, having a healthy intuition really goes a long way, because it's like in line with the spirit. It's your spirit. That's God, the higher power, the most high, whatever you consider that energy to be. But I feel like if you believe in the word or whatever, God dwells within you. That's what's dwelling within you, That's it. I didn't understand. It took me a long time to understand that. And so now I understand that part of spirituality as far as God within me is your intuition. And like I said, a lot of us women, we neglect being feminine because of things, happen. And I'm not saying all of us, but most of us, especially women that having relationship issues. I speak for experience, when you're just not in line with that femininity, it can cause a lot of issues in relationships and attracting the wrong people, because you really attract to who you are. And if you're not in line with who you are and you're at these certain vibrations, you just attract that. No matter how much money you got, you can have a lot of money, you can look good, but you ain't really successful in relationships because of something inside. Something inside that we have to pull from the root. It all depends on what you want. Some people don't care about relationships and stuff like that, and it comes to them. It seems like sometimes when you don't care about it, that's when it do come to you. But, that's another thing. But I'm just saying, in general, because most of the time, let me go back to that. Most of the time when you don't care, you focus on other things. And you might be focused on your body more. You might focus on your money more. You may be focused on some certain areas in life that, it comes to you. And you're like, oh, okay. And you're not looking for it. That's when it really comes to you. But, go back to, being whole and complete. Being in alignment. You're going to attract what you are for the lessons, And so I realized, don't, forgive yourself. It goes all the way back to forgive yourself for making no mistakes. Forgive yourself. Hug yourself. And say, hey, you know what? I forgive you. It's okay. We did waste an ample amount of time. We gave too much. We did too much. But it's okay. You love hard and you can love again. You're not going to stop. You just give it to the wrong person. But it's okay. And you let it go. And you let that wound heal. And you continue to love. And you continue to go on. And continue to expand and grow. And continue to love yourself. And continue to understand yourself and study yourself. Study yourself. So I just wanted to send some encouragement to anyone that's going through a difficulty time of relationship, because I see most of us going through that. I see a lot of us are going through these experiences, whether we express it or not. I be watching and I see the little, the collective. Some people have some wonderful relationships. Everybody not in that toxic mode, or not to say something wrong with you. You ain't got, that's why you don't have a good relationship. I'm not going to say that, but it's a part of it. But it's all start with the individual, It start with the individual and how they see themselves and how they feel in their environment and how they overcome and how they just mindset and their boundaries. And it's a lot plays a factor of people beliefs and realities. But yeah, I just want to encourage everyone to just love yourself, and everything's gonna be okay. I just want to send peace and love. Peace.